Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I am going to be testing out a brand new release by Huda Beauty. So of course, if you are up to date with makeup releases, I am talking about her new Lovefest collection. There is a lot more in this collection. I think there's like a mascara and I can't remember what else, but there is definitely a few more items in this collection other than these. But I do have the Obsessions palette, of course, and I also do have one of the cream blushes to try. So if you'd like to see these in action and also see what I think of them, then please keep watching. Okay, so firstly we are going to be trying out the cream blush. There are two shades in this collection. They have a really light orangey toned one, and then this one is the shade Burning Cherry. So this is what the packaging looks like. Super cool and reflective, and I believe this is about £34. It is so incredibly expensive. It is unreal. This is kind of the first time Huda have done cream blushes, and this is what the packaging looks like for it. So it's in like quite a chunky plastic sort of packaging, and then this is what the blush looks like. It has the word like love written on here, but if you look in the mirror, it says something else. What does it say? It says share. It says share the. Hopefully you can see that, but it should say share the in the mirror, and then it says love here. Hopefully. No, I don't know. I'm really hoping you can see that. But it is quite funky packaging. I love it, and it's very like rigid, so they can obviously imprint the words in it. But if I just show you what the shade Burning Cherry looks like, I did swatch it on my hand, and it is a lot less scary than what it looks like in the pan. It's just like a really nice wearable, ready sort of blush. I don't know, it's very different from my collection. I'm very excited to try this on my actual face. As per usual, I'm gonna take my Revolution brush. This is an R8. I need to get a new one because mine's still very much broke. I'm scared to ruin the writing on it. I'm gonna have to take it from the bottom. Oh my god, look how pigmented that is. Oh, I need to calm down. Right, let's see how pigmented this is. I was trying not to panic there because I thought it was going to be a bit too much. But the truth is, once you do blend it out, it does sheer. I am just going to use a sponge though, just to calm down these edges. I think I always take my cream blush too far down. But the shade, as I said, really not that scary. You think it's going to be super dark and not looking good on a fair skin tone, when to be honest, I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Low-key a little bit of like sunburn sort of look. I think it looks stunning, and I'm really impressed with the formula. It is super pigmented, so you really don't need as much as you think. I think it's so unique for my collection as well. I don't really have a lot of blushes that are in this sort of, or cream blushes in this shade. So yeah, I think that is rather beautiful. Very expensive though. I'm not gonna run away from the fact that this is literally like £34 or something ridiculous like that. It's literally so expensive. So if you are a bougie makeup collector and you love Huda Beauty, I mean, I would recommend. I love Huda Beauty. I always buy her latest releases, so I'm always gonna buy it. But if you are just like the everyday makeup person and you know, you're not looking for it, then yeah, it's just so freaking expensive. But for people who do love Huda Beauty and like collecting her makeup and love cream blush as well, I think it's very beautiful. It looks stunning on my skin, very, very glowy, and I love the shade. I don't think it's scary at all. Okay, so I have put on the rest of my makeup. By the way, the MAC Stranger Things, like the Ready Tone blush, the one in the shade He Likes It Cold, perfect powder blush to go on top of that cream blush. I'm literally so happy right now. So time for the main event, the eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna get it out of the plastic actually. These little Obsessions palettes I'm quite literally obsessed with. I love these. I mean, I do collect all of the Huda palettes anyway, but I especially love these little £9 palettes. They're so travel friendly. I love them. So this is what the Lovefest packaging looks like. Super cute. And you know, Huda bless her, she don't really branch out in colour stories. She tends to stick to the same, you know, purpley orangey or pinky browny, you know. She doesn't really venture out into colour. I mean, apart from those colour blocks I recently did a video on, which I was very surprised at, her neutral palettes are pretty much, you know, a lot of them do look the same, but this is what the Lovefest eyeshadow palette looks like. She has pretty much gone for the purpley, neutral, orangey sort of vibe for this. She's definitely done colour stories like this in the past, let's be real. But I love Huda, and I'm gonna have her back, and I'm always gonna buy them. So yeah, this is what the Lovefest palette looks like. They always have little mirrors in them. Yeah, I love these palettes so much. So I'm going to show you some swatches of the palette, and then we can go into the eye look. Okay, so I have just primed my eyes as always, and I did use the P. Louise eye base today. And now let's create a very beautiful neutrally warm look with this palette. So I think firstly I'm going to take this sort of mid orange tone here, and I'm going to pop that in my crease. I forgot to mention that the palette, oh my god, look at the pigment. The palette is £27 like all of her other ones. So yeah, it's definitely not a cheap eyeshadow palette, but I mean, look at the quality. She doesn't normally bring out a big palette in around November time, so I am looking forward to seeing what that will look like this year, because I loved the rose quartz one from last year, and I have got the W7 dupe for that now, by the way, so I will be doing a video on that. If you can't afford Huda, W7, not gonna lie, do a lot of dupes for Huda Beauty. No doubt there'll be a Lovefest dupe soon. To blend that out, I'm gonna start by taking this lighter orange here. Okay, and then to buff out these edges, I'm going to take this very pale nudie peachy shade. And I'm taking that on a big fluffy brush. Then I'm just taking a clean fluffy brush just to really buff out these top edges, because I feel like a couple of them look a tad bit harsh, especially on this side. I think next I'm going to take this warm brown, and I'm going to pop that on my inner and outer corners. See how that really deepens the inner and outer corner. There's not really any light shimmers in this palette, so if I'm honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use any of them for my inner corner and brow bone. But because there is a purple theme to this palette, I do want to take this middle shimmer here. Like, I'm sorry, but how unreal does that look? And it looks to have a duochrome as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to pop that in the middle of the lid, so just give it its like spotlight. Look at that. Wowzers. And then I think I'm just going to take this shade on a brush just to buff that into the outer and inner corners. I do have some fallout under my eyes, which I'm really scared to move because I feel like it's going to just stay there. Okay, I've tried to take off as much fallout as possible, but I am going to literally not rip, a bit aggressive, wipe my makeup off underneath. Luckily I'm not going out anywhere, this is just for a video, so I don't mind that. But if you are going to use the chunkier shimmers in this palette, would strongly advise doing your eyes first before you do the rest of your makeup. And then to do the lower lash line, I think I'm going to take this deeper purpley toned brown here and just pop that all across. Let's try it. Okay, we're going to take this duochrome shimmer. It's probably going to be way too dark for my inner corner brow bone, but we're going to go over it. Actually, the pink reflex in it actually make it look a lot brighter, so that's really pretty. These are my eyes done using the Lovefest eyeshadow palette. I'm just gonna pop some mascara and lipstick on, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back and this is my finished look. So for my mascara, I did actually use the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes mascara. There's two wands. I used the bigger one to do my top lashes and the smaller one to do my bottom lashes. And then my lips are, I stupidly used this lip liner. I don't know why, it's too warm. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Auburn. Yeah, way too warm for the lip that I chose. Don't know why I did that. But I did decide to whack out a Huda Beauty lipstick because I love these lipsticks so much. This particular shade is called Joyride and it's a stunning cool toned brown lipstick. I freaking love it. Let me come forward so you can see my face, but this is what my skin and my eyes are looking like with the cream blush and the eyeshadow palette. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love the look that I created today. I think that purple shimmer like really did it for me. Like, this is the type of vibe I should have gone for when I tested the purple and orange colour block. Instead of trying to combine the colours, I should have like worked with one colour and used a shimmer of the other colour to sort of like contrast it. This is so much better. I love this so much. Obviously she's themed it around purple, but when you actually look at the palette, the only purples in here are the shimmers. The actual mattes in here are like warm neutrals, and I love me a warm neutral, like oranges and browns and things. Do I think you need this palette? I mean, Huda definitely has these shades in other palettes. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is nothing new or innovative for Huda. She does a lot of palettes that look like this, but if you are a Huda lover and collector like myself, this is such a beautiful eyeshadow palette, and I think I do prefer this to the purple and orange colour block. I don't know, I think this is just done a little bit better. I personally love this palette. Huda Beauty's quality is absolutely phenomenal. Their mattes are so pigmented, so easy to blend, and she does have a few different shimmer formulas that she puts in her palettes, but they are all so stunning. I love them. I don't really have anything negative to say about this palette. I think all the shades I use work perfectly. Yeah, I literally have no issues, just apart from that one comment of the fallout, but I said, as always, if you do get fallout from shadows, just do your eyes first before your base makeup. This is such a stunning shade. It looks, I don't know, so unique and different in the pan, and I just love the tone of it. I found the perfect powder blush to go over the top of that, and I love this whole packaging thing where it says share the love on it. I think that's super cute. Yeah, I love seeing new products from brands. I mean, I know cream blush is not new anymore. Everyone and their nan literally does it now, but it's nice to see a new product from Huda Beauty, and I think she's done it really nicely, and I love the colour. It's super unique for my collection, so I'm really happy with these products I tested out today. Yes, they're nothing new, but I personally love them. I love the look I created with the palette, and I love the cream blush, so obviously I'm going to give it a positive review, and if you are a Huda Beauty lover, you are going to love these. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this collection. There are other things in this collection as well, but obviously I only picked up a couple of items, but I would love to know your thoughts on the collection. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!